Good morning. It's day one today. I'm here at Camp Lockett. This is a common staging ground for the PCT. We're only about a mile from the start of the trail. I'll show you around here. Foggy morning. I have some condensation in my tent. A little bit of inside rain this morning as I was starting to move around. Things will dry out pretty quickly though. I might take a rag out and wipe down the inside of my tent before I pack it. This is where the program last night was, introduction to the trail for hikers. This morning we had all-you-can-eat pancakes and fruit and coffee, bagels. As we come around here, this is Tent City, where everybody slept last night. Pretty good. You hear horror stories of snoring and rustling and noise all night. It went quite well though. My watch says I had one of the best nights of sleep in a long time. I'll go pack up my tent now, get ready, and be on the trail in probably less than an hour. Hello, Mexico. Hello, USA. Hello, PCT. So long, Mexico. See you later. Mile 0. Here we go. The PCT host at the terminus where I started the trail, he checks you in, checks your permit, gives you a PCT hang tag. I can show a picture of that at some point later down the trail, but it tells the rangers, the Forest Service, anyone official that you meet that somebody has checked your permit, so you don't have to keep dragging it out of your pack. You do have to carry it basically the whole trail, but with the hang tag, they seldom will ask for it physically. Anyhow, he saw on my permit that my address is Minnesota. He's from out east, but he meets a lot of people from all over the world. He says to me, "Duck, duck." And I had to think for just a moment, flash back to when I was 8 years old. The correct response is gray duck. That's how he knew that I was legitimately from Minnesota. Apparently, that's the only place in the world where they play duck, duck, gray duck. Other places play duck, duck, goose or something like that. I don't know. I'm from Minnesota. I found that rather humorous. So that was my first residency test, and I passed. My first significant milestone. There it is. Made it 1 mile. 2,650th of the way. Today is a day of firsts. My first step on the PCT, my first mile, my first road walk, and coming up shortly here, my first town. Walking back into Campo, which I drove through yesterday on the way to Camp Lockett, where I camped last night. I have too much food more than enough water. My pack is very heavy, so I won't be spending any time in Campo. My first town stop will be probably tomorrow sometime. It's 20 miles up the trail. I doubt if I'll make 20 miles. I'm hoping to make 15 today. We'll see how it goes. See how my body reacts to having a fully loaded pack. I don't want to be sore tomorrow. My training walks were every other day, so I had this nice day of rest in between. For the next 6 months, more or less 5 months, I have no days in between other than the occasional 0 every week or two, probably every couple of weeks on average. So take it easy today, give my body a chance to realize what kind of ordeal I've signed up for, and go from there. And just for clarity, this road walk is not even 1/8 of a mile. The PCT seldom touches a road. I didn't want to give the impression that I'd be spending a lot of time on the road. So here we go. Private property, no trespassing. Pacific Crest Trail users accepted. Here's the first water crossing. Plenty of water here. I don't need any. I'm still fully loaded from Camp Lockett this morning, but nice to see that there's lots of flowing water. That's a good sign for upcoming water sources that I will need. So one interesting fact so far, my cohort, the group of hikers that I started with today, are quite an international group. I would estimate that pretty close to half of the people that are on trail that started today are from outside of the US. I've met people from Denmark and Quebec, Canada, and New Zealand. There's a couple that I haven't introduced myself to yet that are speaking German. There's another young woman that I haven't formally met yet. She speaks with an accent like the Kiwi, so could be New Zealand, could be Australia. Quite interesting. I knew there would be some hikers from out of the country, but I wasn't expecting this many. It's actually pretty cool to see. I was, before the trail, seeing a number of posts on Facebook about challenges that some international hikers were facing getting into the country through customs. Happy to report that that is apparently rare, not common. My first junction. This is the trail I'm on. There's a path to the right, a path to the left. I think it's this path to the left. It looks more established, but I will check far out and see where I'm supposed to be going. One thing I've learned that I appreciate on other backpacking trips I've been on is to occasionally stop and look back, see where I've come from, not just looking forward. The looking back gives you a sense of accomplishment. Sometimes it feels like you're just barely moving, but when you stop and look where you've been, it can be surprising how far you've made it in a relatively short period of time. I don't need any yet, but I hear water. I'm trying a new look. The sun is out. It's getting hot. I don't like suntan lotion, so I put my sun hoodie up. The back of my neck was feeling pretty warm, so this will keep the sun off. If I alternate during the day with hood up and hood down, hopefully I'll get a nice base tan, and then I won't have to worry about burning for the rest of the trail. Might take me a few days to get that tan, but I'm pretty good at managing that given my dislike for sun lotion. It's turned into an absolutely gorgeous day. The term that I hear quite often today that resonates with me is surreal. I've been reading and watching other hikers doing the PCT for more than 10 years. I don't even remember what the first time I was introduced or learned about this trail, but it's been a very long time. It's been a growing dream of mine. And here I am. I'm out here doing it. It's just incredible. I've been contemplating the Pacific Crest Trail today. It's kind of incredible to me that someone or some people had the idea and the audacity to plan this 18-inch wide strip all the way from Mexico to Canada. How do you even come up with that idea? It's amazing to me, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to walk their trail. If you see this metal construct behind me on the trail here, I've run across a few of these today. The only thing I can imagine is that this trail also doubles as an international limbo training ground. Pretty sure that's right. There's tomorrow's project, starting across the valley about mid-frame up to the right, and switchbacks back and forth all the way up to the top probably. I think I'm gonna try and get a good night's sleep tonight. I might need the energy.